love it how we live. How we live. How we live.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Charlotte as the Hornets go up against the Brooklyn Nets. Looking at the Nets, just one win over the last 7 games. They're not happy with how they're playing, looking to make amends tonight. Almost the end of the regular season, several teams looking very good for the playoffs. Kenny, what's more valuable, having well-rested players or getting home court advantage?
Easy. If you're banged up, rest. If you're healthy, home court advantage. Easy, easy, Ernie. But
here's Walker. 9 points in the game so far. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Williams is out there with Cody Zeller. Then there's Batum, and it's Walker in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. A nice shot by Zeller.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nets really lit up the floor. He had 23 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. This game of his was just a standout, all-around display of basketball. Coaches love to see that, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance.
Yeah, that's certainly one that we'll be talking about here for a long time.
I'd say it would make it to his greatest hits file, no doubt about it.
Here's Lopez. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Lopez kicks to Godlock. In the corner at Sessions. 5 to shoot. Baseline try. No luck. Charlotte in the lead. Fast break now for Charlotte. And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist by Walker. And it's 6 points for Nicholas Batum.
Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
The Nets have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And some changes here for the Hornets. Myers. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Bogdanovich. Brook Lopez is out there with Young. Then there's Andrew Godlock, and it's Jack in at the point. Now, here is Young. The shot goes down, and it gets this game back to even. Young's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Brooklyn. Now Walker. Here's Zeller, and that one's good. And the Hornets lead by 2.
And there's no quit when it comes to battling there until the final whistle. What a putback.
Jack with it. Young, a screen on Walker. And Jack kicks to Lopez. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 6 rebounds in the game. Right wing. Here's Freak. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Jack. Lopez a screen. And Jack, here we go. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. Jack's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Shot by Zeller, no good.
I tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Out to the wing. Here's Bogdanovich. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. The Hornets have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Freak kicks to Kidd-Gilchrist. And again, the Hornets missing.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
Now here is Jack. Here's Young. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Young's got the lead up to 2 now for Brooklyn.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
You're exactly right. I mean, they've banged home 8 of their last 10 points on mid-range jumpers.
They get it back. Zeller. Good defensive work there by Young.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Gaudlock. Can't hit. Some solid defense from Kidd-Gilchrist. Jack against Walker. Lets it go from deep. And it's Freak missing. Charlotte, their last game, a win against the Brooklyn Nets. And Bogdanovich kicks to Jack. Screen by Young. To the left side wing. No good from Jack. Charlotte has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And it's Walker penetrating. That's good.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
Williams, he's checked in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And that one misses. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Bogdanovich. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Walker goes in. The layup missed.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Shot's good from Young.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
And here's Freak. Thaddeus Young getting it to go from deep. Zeller passes to Batum. Zeller setting the pick for Batum. 6 on the shot clock. Shot by Zeller, no good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
To the middle. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist from Jack. Jack's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Hornets trail by 5. Batum dishes to Walker. Williams against Young. And Walker kicks to Williams. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got the chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach had to say to his team. He said, guys, this is the kind of game we're capable of playing when we put our minds to it. I knew we had it in us, just like I know we're going to come out on top. Let's finish this thing. Guys?
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Walker against Sessions, and it's Walker penetrating. Outside for Batum. Pass to Zeller. Tries from 16. No good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter. And that's an understatement.
And Sessions kicks to Lopez. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, Lopez has been great. 8 rebounds and a pair of blocks to go along with those.
And he's been standing tall when they've needed it.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Hornets. Batum passes to Walker. Williams dishes to Freak. Misses off the left iron.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is secure.
I'm almost ready to go there with you, partner. Not quite. I'm hanging around at that 98% mark, so it's just about done, but I need a little more evidence to close the book on it.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. .26 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And here's Walker outside. Can't get it to go. Well, this one is winding down now. Brooklyn can watch the clock run out. Now here's Sessions. He kicks it to Gaudelak. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. And in the win, a comfortable win.
We got to forget about that one.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Brook Lopez.
This play tonight, Ernie, was finally a bright spot for them because, you know, they had a very rough stretch of games. It's been a while since their last win, and he was not content on playing a supporting role and letting.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. We'll watch the Charlotte Hornets in this one as they go up against the Indiana Pacers at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. And it's been disappointing lately for the Pacers. These guys are in the doldrums, a real tough stretch with only one win to show for their last 9 games. Almost the end of the regular season, several teams looking very good for the playoffs. Kenny, what's more valuable, having well-rested players or getting home court advantage?
Easy. If you're banged up, rest. If you're healthy, home court advantage. Easy, easy, Ernie. But the rhythm and momentum are just as important entering the postseason.
You know what, Ernie, back in the
The Hornets are looking to defeat their Eastern Conference rival going into this game. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Pacers trying to take advantage of their home court in this one before leaving Indiana. And you look at this team, 12 games off the lead, but certainly a team that's won its share of games.
And this, the final matchup of the 4-game season series, they'd love to even things up at 2 apiece.
And there have been some heated moments between these teams this year, so I think there's a little more riding on this game than normal. And the outcome of the series is important to both of these sides.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. On the court for the Hornets, Freak, he's in at the point. Batum is out there with Marvin Williams. Then it's Cody Zeller, and it's Lee in at the 2. And so here is Indiana. After the basket by Charlotte, Ellis dishes to Hill. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Over in the corner, Batum. And he banks in the layup. Batum's got his second bucket.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Screen by Ellis. Outside Hill. Kicks it to Miles. Hill passes to Ellis. Just 4 to shoot. Launches it. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis.
Charlotte ball.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Moments ago, our Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with the coach, Frank Vogel. Doris?
Kevin, he has definitely seen how dangerous this offense can be. Down 2-1 in the season series, he's looking for ways to break their rhythm. He told me it comes down to want to. We've got to take it personal. Getting stops, it's a pride thing. You can't be okay with your man scoring on you. Guys, we'll see if they can rise to the challenge.
All right, Doris, they're probably well aware of the firepower they're up against you.
You know, it sounds like it. I mean, their coach knows how tough it is to slow this team down, and he wants to make sure his guys understand that as well.
Yeah, I guarantee he got his point across when prepping them for this one. He focused clearly on their absolute toughest effort defensively.
He dishes it to Hill. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. And it's 8 points for Hill.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Now here's Freak. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Shoots from the elbow. Rebounded by Bogut. Pacers trail by 3. Hill with it. His last outing, he had 24 points. There's the pick. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. The Hornets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. And a wide open look for Freak. Nice open look, but it's no good.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Ellis against Batum. Bogut sets a screen for Ellis. The offensive rebound. A second chance effort. Excellent D there from Williams.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Deep 2 from Hill. Indiana again missing.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
And now, let's hear it for your teammates.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahaney's checked in. The Hornets shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Freak in at shooting guard. Myers Leonard is out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Zeller in at the center.
Nice job there to shake free of the defense and then drain the J.
Walker against Hill. Zeller with the double team. And Turner kicks to Hill. From deep, Neal. Kept alive by Indiana.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, and a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is.
Now here's Walker. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Pass to Freak. The tray. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. In the corner, Neal with it. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Neal's got it all tied up now for the Pacers. And the Hornets with possession here. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not. And that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line. And in the end, it mattered on the scoreboard and cost them.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Outside, Walker. Pick by Zeller. Walker dishes to Zeller. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw, no good. And some changes here for the Pacers. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Mahinmi. Allen comes in for Turner. And it's C.J. Miles in for Solomon Hill. And then for Charlotte, Marvin Williams is checked in for Leonard. Batum comes in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Lee in for Walker.
All right, a chance to check out stats here for George Hill. He's had an impressive second half of the season. 8th in three-point field goal percentage, 15th in assists, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And, you know, back to his efficiency from 3. You know, defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball, but really not having any success. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there. I'll bet he didn't either, as good a foul shooter as he is.
Williams sets a screen for Batum. Feeds to Zeller. Pass to Freak. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Freak's got 6.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nets had a difficult game. He chipped in his share of points, but also put up 4 boards. One thing that's a bit disturbing for him right now is the fact that it's been a string of games like this together. His numbers are down, and we'll see if he can buck the trend in this one, guys.
Great job, Doris, as always. Thank you. Well, not the kind of performance they count on, Greg, from him.
And that's the thing. I mean, they count on him heavily. When he fails to come through, then that's when you end up with the losses.
Sure thing. I mean, it's always going to be very difficult for them to pull out a win when he has the kind of game he did in that one, guys.
Here's Hill, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. He's got 10.
And now, let's hear it for your Peace Mates.
And now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. What a month it's been for these teams defensively. The Hornets, number 1.
Well, of the lane the last few weeks, Kevin, has helped them cut down on the easy scoring. They've also done a better job on the mid-range coverage as well, getting to their man quicker and finding ways to clog up the passing lane.
Zeller against Bogut. Here's Freak. And it's off from three-point range. The drive by Hill. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there. If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him this far, they could stretch this lead out.
The drive by Lee. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. And the Hornets lead by 4.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Patience. Patience.
The Pacers making a switch here. Ellis is checked in.
Rebounds, which equal to transition points. Make the defense
And we finished 1/2.
That's
Well,
a
Coach
good
Vogel,
shot for a great shot. Let the game come to you. We're forcing the issue too much.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Just absolute domination in this one for Hill. 12 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
We've got Lavoy Allen. Hill is out there with Ellis. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's Bogut in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Well, I tell you what, that's fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. The key there was not to give him much space before he took that shot.
And really, Clark, that's the only way you're going to stop him. The defender was all over him with a hand right in his face. It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Picked by Zeller. Left side Williams, wide open. And no good as it rattles out.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Or the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Hill drives in. He kicks it to Allen. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Now here's Williams. Here's Freak. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And there's the bucket as Williams finishes it off. And the Hornets lead by 6.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
There's the screen. Here's Bogut. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. For Indiana, they have missed both of their free throws tonight. 0 for 2 so far.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern. He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Now, here is Hill. He's got 12. And it's Ellis penetrating. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 5 assists in the game.
They're doing work here in the second. have 3 or 4 to start.
Hornets leading by 6. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Only 5 games left in the season. Let's quickly take a look at how the playoff field is going to stack up out east. Taking a look at Charlotte. Advantage in 1 series. And checking out Indiana. Right now, quite a ways down below.
Yeah, and seeing where the Pacers are, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, it's full makeover time now, guys. I'm sure they've learned their lesson that this roster is not one that can sustain any kind of success in today's NBA.
Here's Ellis following the score by Charlotte. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Out left to the wing. 5 on the clock. Hill, no good.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win. And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming to the court are your teammates.
Let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, Steve Clifford was just going over the game plan with his team. He told Batum that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. The drive by Hill, an easy 2 points on the layup. Hill's got 14 points for the game.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Well, it seems like he's gotten a little loose with it since halftime. His fingers may be a little slick or slippery. He went from no turnovers in the first half to quite a few here in the second.
Solomon Hill, he's checked in for the Pacers. Gary Neal comes in for Monte Ellis. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Cody Zeller. Leonard comes in for Marvin Williams. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Walker subbed in for Freak. And the basket by Hill.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
They set the screen. Here's Walker. There's the pass to Kaminsky.
Hello.
That 3 off the mark. Pacers trail by 6. Outside Hill. Passes to Mahinmi. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. It's going to go on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Hello.
I mean, that's why the shot was so far.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been
Purple
tremendous.
Shipper.
Very unselfish.
If you can hear me.
And they've also worked hard to get the ball inside. They haven't just settled. And they've hit a lot of high percentage shots in this game.
Go get your water. Come back.
The Pacers shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. Freak in at point guard. Zeller is out there with Williams. Then it's Lee, and it's Batum in at the 3 spot. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down to 6, and the bucket from Monte Ellis.
If you're waiting for him to
Hello?
miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Outside, Batum.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
4 on the clock. Right at the free throw line.
Ah.
Get it to go. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Ellis kicks
This is the card I've been trying to get.
Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has.
I'm like nowhere near close to getting it.
React as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Wasted no time on that one. 12 points for Freak.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority.
That's how much it goes for. You see the price, how much it goes for? Look how much I have.
Ellis outside. From deep Miles. The Hornets pull it in. Freak's got 3.
I mean, I could get this Kobe. This one's more expensive.
To control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
These ones are more expensive. I just want a good Kobe Bryant card.
Here's Neal. That's tipped, but they'll get another chance. Over Zeller.
There's the MVP one, and then there's the one with, from this final game.
It was a loss to Orlando. And it's Freak missing.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him.
Oh, I need to hit the volume up. Hello?
In from deep this half at all.
Ellis with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Miles, that's good.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Batum attacking.
Why are you playing my career?
Charlotte gets it back.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't
You sent me an invite, but you play my career.
Ellis can't get it to go.
Their game.
Wow. I'm about to spam him my invites now. Turn your mic on, and if you have it on, then you're muted.
Plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Here's Freak. Good on the triple. Freak's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Charlotte.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
Some information for us, Doris.
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. We can't let up now. If we stay and make a few plays, we'll be right back in it. His message was clear. Stay the course, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Hill, he's checked in for Gary Neal. Lee against Hill. Lee passes to Freak. Off target with his three. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Magic in Orlando. On the wing, Ellis shot off the pin, and good, he nails it. Ellis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Freak. Outside, Batum. He feeds it to Williams. Makes it off the glass.
I can't believe defenders are not aware they cannot. Not allow him that position.
Yeah, you're right about that, Greg. He's put a no trespassing allowed on that spot of the floor. It's all his.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. Following the bucket by the Hornets. On the wing, Ellis lets it go. That doesn't go either for Ellis.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And that one's good. Freak.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Do what Tony does. He always blows into the mic until they respond.
Checked in for Indiana, and a switcher also for Charlotte. Here's Ellis. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the fourth. The dish to Hill. A three-pointer is right on target.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish was right on time.
Oh my God.
Now here's Freak. Dishes it to Livingston.
Hello.
Here's Freak.
This is the last.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of surge.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Freak. He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined, pouring it on heavy down the stretch.
Well, it was his work he did on the perimeter that stood out most in this game. His movement off the ball was fantastic.
I'm gonna blow into the mic until you leave or you get on the mic.
He chalked up 21 points. That's right, 21 points. Point land.
Freak turning up the volume all the way up. And the stereo only goes to 10, Ernie, but we're at 11 right now. The man himself may be quiet, but his performance spoke.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith.
Are you making those faces?
Yeah. Ow. 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 Hello.